Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy Dame Diddy. I got a special guest here today. This is the second time we doing this, actually.
It is.
We did it like a year ago.
Yep.
And somehow I messed up the audio. Genius move that I pulled off.
We ain't tripping.
But we got MC, store owner, entrepreneur, movie star. Y'all don't know who Bella Blaq is.
Absolutely.
We have Bella Blaq.
What's good? What's good? Hey, y'all.
So, man, how you been?
I've been good. How you been?
Chilling, man. Chilling, working. Last time you came, we had 500 subscribers. Now we got 18,000. Yeah, man, we've been working.
I'm so happy. That's good.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to keep up with you.
Cry. You see that, like.
Yeah, it's we've been working, man. Just trying to, make content. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Just trying to branch out, do other things. Basically, like how you trying to do.
I'm just trying to get it. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, trying to get to the money.
Trying to get to the money. That's it. Absolutely.
So, tell the people, who is Bella Blaq?
Oh, Bella Blaq is a lot. She's a lot of people, He kind of summed it up, I'm entrepreneur, artist, model, reality star. I mean, I do so much.
Can't forget
Mother
that one.
first. Oh my God. If anybody needs some kids, I got 3, y'all. You can get it. But it's just so much, like trying to be a mom. And I just got back in school. I also own a business. I run another online business. My career is so much, but it's you just gotta keep going. It gets very hard, but you just gotta keep pushing and push forward to be like, you know what, devil, I see you. Play over there in the Himalayas, but I'm gonna keep pushing because he will try you. Yeah. But God.
So, when did you start rapping?
Well, I've been doing music since I was a child, but I've been taking it seriously for about 3 years now.
Okay, and was there a specific moment where you realized, like, I want to do music?
I used to play church.
Okay.
And I used to get in front of them. My mom bought me and my sisters this little karaoke machine, and it's Destiny Child CD. So I miss Jesus with Destiny Child, which I think that's okay because Michelle is a gospel artist.
Which Destiny Child
I
are
would
you talking
Beyonce.
about? No, I'm just saying, like,
Writings on the Wall.
Writings on the Wall. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's Say My Name.
Say
and,
My Name.
Okay.
All that. And I remember, like, preaching and praying for my sisters and doing church and taking offering with the little pennies and stuff that we will find around the house and singing Say My Name.
Hold on, you said you was taking pennies with the...
I wanted my money. You still had to run me my money. You still had to run my money. And I took offering, and I remember having my sisters sing Say My Name. And at that time, they had a Christmas bonus.
I remember a Christmas
Remember they had
album.
the Christmas...
Yeah.
It was a Christmas bonus that they had.
Okay.
So it was all kind of Christmas music mixed together. And I just knew I was like, I'm a prophet and all this other stuff. So I used to pray and sing. And I knew then that I wanted to be in front of people. I didn't know that I wanted to be an artist, but I knew I wanted to be in front of people just to see how I could help their emotions no matter what my sisters was going through that day. I could make them smile. I could make them laugh. I could make them cry. And it just felt good to know, like, you really have an effect on people. And I just wanted to have a positive effect on people. So it went from that to me going into middle school and freestyling with the kids outside. And I was like, girl, you might be somebody, MC Light or somebody. You know what I'm saying? So it was just dope. And I was like, that's when I knew, middle school, that I was like, you know what? I want to be an artist. I don't know what type of rapping I'm going to do, but I want to rap. I didn't care if it was gospel, rock. I just wanted to rap.
I couldn't imagine you doing gospel rap right now.
Not right now. I've said too much. I pray. I be praying. God is real.
Okay.
God is real.
So, do you remember, like, what rap artists, like, because I know you said Destiny Child. So, what rap artist was it that you heard that may have influenced you to say, you know what, I think I can do what they do?
Lauryn Hill, Missy Elliott, Cassidy.
Cassidy?
And Fat
As
Joe.
in Cassidy the Hustler?
Yes.
Okay.
Before he put the hood stuff down. Before he
he's back on the hood
he's
stuff
back
now.
on it?
Yeah.
Before that, because he put it down.
I stopped listening when he put it down, but I listened.
Picked it back up, put it back down, picked it back up, put it back down.
Like
Mace
did.
We all do. R. Kelly too. But
he only did that because of them charges. But if them charges would have happened, we probably would have got that gospel album.
He saved me.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, that's super facts. That's super facts.
That is funny.
So Missy Elliott, Lauryn Hill, those are really good people, and I'm sure Trina might be somewhere in there just because we're a little bit further south.
Everybody tells me Trina, and a lot of people tell me that I sound like Trina, but I don't hear it.
I mean, I don't think you sound like Trina. I mean, you sound like you, so I don't think you sound like Trina. Right. But nah, I feel like your content is a little bit too boss to be Trina, because Trina's yeah because I'm just saying, because like Trina's stuff was always like, most people know Trina for like her sexual content.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I think she kind of lashed out on Love and Hip Hop, like she didn't want to do old songs anymore. She wanted to make new music.
But I mean, your brand is your brand, and if it's really hard, and that's what artists have to understand, when you come out a certain type of way, that's what your fans are looking forward to. You know, it's really hard to transform. You know, just like Plies, he was able to sustain a good fan base because he's funny, but he talked about sex a lot too. But when he was wanting to transform to something else, it was easier for him because he was funny, you know. But Trina, you just...
Yeah, I mean, that's the crazy thing, because see, the one thing I do love about the music industry right now, it just seems like the artist isn't the only stop anymore. Because like you see somebody like Remy Ma, who's like basically one of the dopest lyricists that we had, but for some reason fans coming in right except for Bella Blaq. But I'm just saying, but like people weren't catching on to like her rap style, so she's like doing TV shows, she's hosting, she's going around talking to other women that have been incarcerated, you know what I'm saying? So it's just so dope that there's other avenues. It sucks that like Trina didn't seem to be able to take advantage of it. I mean, she is in a sense, because she's doing Love and Hip Hop. You know what I'm saying? And the Brats, like, she's doing radio. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of brought that up because I wanted to ask, would you be up for doing like Love and Hip Hop? Because I know you've been on Love and Hip Hop a little bit.
Trying to stall for me.
I ain't trying to get no spoilers or anything. But like, you know, technically speaking, would you be up for doing Love and Hip Hop?
It depends.
What does it depend on?
It'll definitely depend on my role. I'm not going on as nobody's side chick. I already said that. You know, I want longevity, and not longevity in Love and Hip Hop, but longevity in my career. You know what I mean? And I just feel like whenever women go on as somebody's side piece or somebody's girlfriend or whatever, it's not a lot of longevity in that. You know what I mean? Like when I get on there, I want my music to be heard, and I want Bella Blaq to be respected. And you're going to do that by force or by choice. It's completely up to you. So when it comes to that Love and Hip Hop, I mean, I support them 100%, but you're not going to treat me like I'm nothing. You know what I mean? You're going to respect me, and I'm going to respect you. You're going to give me what I asked for, or I don't want anything at all. So.
Because, I mean, Cardi's like the only one that seemed to had like break the mold.
Yeah, it was definitely no hip hop in Love and Hip Hop.
That's
why I don't understand. You know, so that's why when I look at Cardi, I'm like, I'm so proud.
I mean, is there any real love though?
Maybe.
It seems like it should be called Lust and Entertainers.
Period.
It's not like really Love and
You'll
Hip-Hop.
say that again for the ones in the back?
Lust and Entertainers. I'm just saying, because it's like it don't really come off as like love and hip hop.
It doesn't. It's just a bunch of drama, and you know that's what sells. You know what I mean? Because people don't want to see positivity. They don't want to see women working together. They sure don't want to see blacks working together. And it's just like, if it's not drama, if it's not fights, if it's not cheating, if it's not lies, if it's not embarrassment, they not rocking with it. And it's like, why can't you help me be the better person? I'm gonna be the better person with or without you, but I'm 10 times stronger with a support system than I would ever be without a support system. And people don't see that. And it's messed up because they thrive off of watching somebody cheat on somebody, or somebody fight somebody, or, you know, so on and so forth. And I just think that's crazy. And I think it's more so crazy are the people that's allowing it to happen. Like, what are your morals? And like, I know you a little going through a little stuff with your music and you're struggling, but that's cool because they got writers for that.
Exactly.
But you don't have to let nobody, you know, challenge your morals and who you are as a person for no little bit of money, because it's not that serious to me.
No, it's not.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking for me. I can't speak for nobody else, but I fight. and I hit, and you're not about to play with me on TV. You're not about to embarrass. You're not about to do me like that.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know how to play along.
Yeah, I mean,
to a certain
some of the
extent.
situations, it just seems like they put people in the situation to fail.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Alexis
saying?
Sky is one of them.
Well,
They
well,
will put you in those predicaments, and it's just like you just gave up.
But I'm pretty
You
sure
wanna be
if
that
the
gay
situation actually turns somewhat positive, it might not make the show.
It's
You know what
not
I'm
gonna
saying?
make. It's not. I don't feel like it will. I
Because
feel like
if these
they
two
have it
girls
set
that
up
hate
for a
each
reason.
other meet up at the bar, and then all of a sudden they just sit down and have a civilized
But
conversation.
my question: how they know who at the bar?
I mean, it's call times. You know what I mean? It's call. I mean, look, I think people should look at the show more like how we look at all other TV shows.
Or like Jersey Shore and those little shows like that.
Yeah, because I remember when we actually used to watch like reality shows. I remember an episode of Jersey Shore where homegirl, you could see the director tell her to throw the drink on somebody.
What was that cameraman?
The cameraman was doing a horrible job because you could see the lady come in and tell her to do it, and then you saw her throw the drink on the person, and it was just like, this is obviously for the show. Not just that, when I was working at Patchwork, I saw them come in. It wasn't Love and Hip Hop. They came in and filmed a different show, and like they had a call time. The two girls came in, they had a big argument, big fight, and then they went in the bathroom, changed clothes, came out, filmed another scene. You know, act like it was a couple days later. Yeah, that's some old other stuff. But
It happens.
yeah, support
love of
system,
money.
support systems.
Right.
You have a couple support systems, and you have one called Bella's Unicorn Palace.
Absolutely.
Do you want to tell people about this?
Yeah, so I opened my business about 7 months ago, and it was an idea at first, and I was like, people not gonna rock with it, but I love unicorns because, I mean, to be a unicorn is to be okay with standing out. You know, and I always try to tell people, in a field of horses, you be a unicorn. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be different. It's okay to be talked about. It's okay to be picked on because you ain't got no haters and you popping. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much.
So with my unicorn store, I kind of cater to kids, you know, for right now until I can make it a little bigger. It's going to be super dope. But I do like sipping paints, tea parties, face painting, birthday parties, chemical-free manicures, pedicures. Is really dope. It's located in Jonesboro. If you look up Bella's Unicorn Palace, it comes right up. And it's just one of the amazing things that I'm doing. And I thank God for even allowing me and blessing me with the idea because it's way deeper than a business. You know, it's people that come, it's parents that come in and just like, girl, how do you do it? You know what I'm saying? You so young and you own your own business, and, you know, just trying to show them that, you know, I'm a single parent. I got pregnant when I was 15. I had my son when I was 16. Like, you can do it. You just have to learn to get past the you can't and the people that tell you that you can't. And don't be afraid if you fail. You know, like, we ain't really got much to lose out here.
Nah, not really. I mean,
You
a
know
lot
what
of
I'm
people is
saying?
already losing. So what's
So,
taking a small risk?
It's like,
worth
just
doing?
take that risk. You know, I don't have any shame in my game. I opened my business with $3,000. That's it. And I was able to pay up my rent for a few months and get inventory. And I haven't bought inventory since I had my store. So, smart shopping. I did a lot of stuff on Amazon, Oriental Trading, a lot of unicorn stuff I made. I'm very good with my hands. A lot of stuff I did myself. So, you know, I just try to tell people, be encouraged, you know, especially my people. You don't be afraid. You can go out, you can open businesses with nothing. Lawn care services. Get you a little lawnmower, your granddad, whoever, and you go around and you just make the best out of it. Get you a few little business cards. If you ain't got that, look, you lie your way to the top. I ain't got my cards on me right now, but here is my number. I gave them all out. They was on me like mosquitoes.
Because, I mean, not only that, it's going to make you look popping.
Absolutely. Baby, I ran out 5. You should have called me about 5 years ago. Girl, I had like 1,000 other things. They were like, oh, my God. And that's how you got to do it. Because you have to believe in yourself 100%. You know what I'm saying? I used to be so afraid because growing up, I was always told that I was a big dreamer. You know, it wasn't until like 2 years ago when I was like, you know what? People going to talk regardless. As long as you got faith in yourself, you're going to be fine. And I just had to put that into my plan. So it went from my head to a piece of paper, from a piece of paper to another piece of paper, to another piece of paper, because I started getting nervous. I was like, you know what? Just do it. And I'll never forget, I went to the mall. I was like, look, I know this is not the place for this, but this is what I want to do. And, you know, do you mind if I do it here? And they was like, oh, you got to go to the city and talk to them. And they was trying to give me the runaround. I was like, look, I just want to open my business. That's all I want to do. They checked me for zoning and all kind of stuff like that. And the next week I was able to get in. And it was hard. you know, but now my business is popping. You know, I got different celebrities that come in. I do private dates whenever they want to come in. If they don't want to be bothered, dates that I'm not open to the public, and it's going really well, and I'm excited. So
that's what's up. And I'm glad you brought up the whole, you know, like people will tell you can't. And I just wanted to point out because a lot of people do that, and usually it's basically because they never did it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they're scared for you based off of something that they couldn't accomplish.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody tell you how to do it, but they never did it.
And I can't stand them folks. Them folks that be like, oh, you been out? Did you try? I really wish I was, cause I'm not.
No, you can cuss.
But you be want to ask them. I be trying to my mouth. But I be trying to act, you know, like, did you even try? Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not going to let no one else's failure dictate my future. You know, I'm 100% in control of what happens with me. 100%. And of what happens with my kids. So if I don't show them, they're not going to see it. It's like now I'm in school getting my GED. I've been in school for a week. Mm-hmm. You know, I have to be at school at 8. My kids got to be at school at 7:30. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people like, you too, oh, I don't care. I'm not doing this for you guys. I'm doing this for them. Yeah. So whenever I get ready to talk to my kids, they can be like, okay, you know what?
My mom did it.
She did it. Mm-hmm. It took her a minute. You know what I'm saying? But she did it. Mm-hmm. And they'll be able to see me do it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Had I graduated back in 2009 when I was supposed to, my son would have been 2011, excuse me. I had my son when I was in 2009, but 2011 when I was supposed to, you know, my baby would have been 2. He wouldn't have known what happened, but now he's 9. Mm-hmm. You know, my oldest is 9. So he'll be able to see that, and it'll stick with him. And as well as my 7-year-old and my 4-year-old. And I have our boys. You know, so I can't be out here playing with these people. You know what I'm saying? I do what I do, and this is my plan. This is my goal. You might not see it. And it's not for you to see, and I don't give a fuck whether you see it or not, because I'm going to do it. Mm-hmm. And it might not make sense to me, but somebody got to do it. You know, somebody got to take these risks, so that's what we just got to do it.
That's dope. I'm so happy for you. Real talk. Like, when I saw on Instagram that you had opened it, I ran to her. I was like, yo, but look, Bella opened up a damn store. That's crazy, yo. Like, she is and it's just like, because you do so much.
Oh, yeah.
That's why when I saw it, I was just like, where the hell is she getting this time from? Right. Like, if I could just steal 2 hours from her, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the crazy part.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, it gets hard. I tell people laugh at me. I literally have about 45 minutes of free time during the day, during a whole 24 hours, because I'm school, they're school, I have work, the business, my music, recording. My kids are in sports. All 3 of them are in basketball. I have practice on 2 separate days. Basketball games. They're Saturday mornings from like 9 to 3. Mm-hmm. And then I have to open my store. And it's just like,
that's a lot.
You know what I mean? But somebody has to do it.
And not only that, you're super engaged in your social media, because I'm talking about, like, you usually respond to almost everybody.
I try to.
And not just that, like, when I sent you the message, you hit me back like immediately. I was just like, God damn, I ain't even put the phone down. You know what I'm saying? Because like most people, right, I hit up and then I'll just come back to the phone in a couple of hours because people be busy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yo, I don't know how Bella be on it, but she be on it. Like, you be on your grind, you be on your shit. So it's really amazing how you get all of that stuff to work out.
Thank you.
So with the music, the last time I heard a project from you was New Currency. Right. So, I mean, on your Instagram, you know, you post little clips and snippets. I be like, yo, what you gonna put the song out?
Right. Everybody it's so funny that you said that, because everybody is like, you teasing your fans.
I mean, you're supposed to do that.
And it's just like my fans have really gotten tired, and they're like, bitch, if you don't put this fucking music out, we gonna beat your ass. And I'm like, give me time. I got all kinds of bullshit going on that y'all don't know about, but I can't speak on, you know, all kinds of stuff. And so I'm excited. You know, I got my EP dropping February the 14th. Artist Seduction is going to be really dope. Mm-hmm. But what's so funny about that is I don't show my softer side. Mm-hmm. You know, everybody see this hardcore boss just like in your face. And it's I laugh every time. But when I get my royalties back, a lot of my sales are coming from the prison and men.
Wow.
You know, and all kinds of just stuff that you couldn't even imagine. So I said, you know what, let me cater to my men for a minute. So that's why I say I'm gonna do Art of Seduction, just to show them that I do have a softer side. I can show you this. And my fans are going crazy because I'm not the type that show my body all the time. I'm not the type that show this seductive like woman, like, ooh, you know, I don't do that. I'm real like, yeah, nigga, what? Fuck boy, da-da-da-da, you know. So they are super excited. I'm super excited because that's like, I'm a Scorpio, so I got it naturally. You know what I mean? So it just be like, so I'm just look. So I know they ready to know like, what is this girl talking about? Because they know I got no filter, period. So I know they ready, and I'm ready to give it to my babies because my fans have been so patient with me through everything that I've been through. From starting off years ago into a all boys group, then to an all girls group, and then transforming into an independent, female artist by myself, and carrying my career from 18 on up, you know what I'm saying, to where I am now. And I have solid fans, and I got their kids are fans, you know, because I remember people bringing their children to my shows when I was 13 and 14 years old doing music. So I love them. I love my fans so much, and I think they're going to be very happy with what I'm doing. I feel like they happy with whatever I do. They don't give a damn if I get on there and say, hey, on the track. They gonna support it, you know. And with my music streaming in countries that I've never stepped foot in, and it just being me with that means so much to me. And that's my daily motivation, you know, getting messages from them like, if it wasn't for you, and I listen to your music and this, that, and the third, and people that write me that I don't even speak a lick of their language, and I have to go on Google Translate and translate it to English so that I can understand what they're trying to say, and it just means so much to me, you know. So I feel like it's time to give my babies something.
Just out of curiosity, you get a lot of messages from Pakistan?
What? What?
I'm just saying because I thought that song was hard.
Record.
So.
And it's just like, these people are really on me.
Really? So people from Pakistan.
What? And I feel crazy because I don't speak a lick of their language. And so it's just like those.
You might end up getting a flight to Dubai.
I know I'm going to have to go to Dubai. I know that I'm going to have to go to Dubai. And I have even some of my fans are just like, please come. Like, we'll pay for you to come, whatever. They don't care. They just want me over there. They don't even got to see me. They don't have to touch me. They don't have to do anything. They just want to be like, she's here. You know what I mean? Which means so much. I mean, I have music playing in Australia. I have fans in Sierra Leone, in Africa, Jamaica, Germany, France, just places that I've never been. I even got a record label right now in France that's trying to sign me. I actually showed my road manager the other day. I was like, girl, look at this. And I've never been there, you know. So for my music to reach these people is nobody but God. Do
you ever get a chance to like step back and like take it in for a second? Like, man, somebody in Sierra Leone right now is like listening to my music, or somebody in Pakistan, like a second to like, you know, just think about the magnitude of that.
I do, and I cry. I turn into a little bitch, you know, because it's just like, how? It's just me at that time before I developed a team, a very powerful, strong group of strong-minded women. Before I did that, you know, it was just me. And I was wondering, like, how? And it wasn't little numbers. You know, my numbers were not small, minute at all. It was like by the thousands, you know, streams by the thousands of places that I've never been. And it was amazing. And I had to sit back and I just, you know, was like, oh shit, this is happening for real. Like, they really listen to your shit. And I just be like, I want to, do they know what I'm saying? Or have somebody recorded me and put me in another language? Like, do they know what I'm saying? And it's just one of the most amazing feelings in the, like, it's like the second best feeling to giving birth and being a mother. That's like the second best feeling in the world.
I'm starting to learn that it's not necessarily about the language at all.
Right.
Like, I don't think people need
it's
to
the
understand
feeling,
you.
the
it's
feel.
the feeling. Exactly.
Right.
So if you can get the emotion through the song, people don't care if they don't understand the language. They feel it. You know what I'm saying?
And I know because the other day I went live, and it was so funny because a lot of people from Pakistan was on my live. And I couldn't understand shit they were saying except I love you. And that's it. And that's all. I couldn't hear shit else but I love you. And I was like, I love you too. But where the fuck are you from? And, you know, a few of them say Pakistan. A few of them was from, Asia, just India. You know, different little places. And it was just so funny and so freaking cute. And they would just blow me kisses. And that's all they knew. See, I speak 3 languages. English, Ebonics, and stick. You know, when you draw the shit out, that's all. I don't know nothing else unless you Google Translate. I don't know nothing else. You know, so but you can't do that shit when you're alive because you got to give the people your undivided attention, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just so funny to me because and I feel like in the music industry, you never know exactly what level you're on.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's best that way. So you don't get the big head. You know, a lot of people pray for the success, but I just pray that God keep me sane through it and that he keeps me at the rate that I am now because I don't want to change. I have no desire to change. The bigger that I am, I want to stay
also, you work
the
so
exact
much,
way that I am.
So I think it's harder for you to get a big head because you work too much.
It is. It is. And it's so funny because, like, I still go places and I'll be like, what y'all looking at? And I be forgetting, like, what the fuck you think they looking at? Like, what you think they looking at? Stupid. Like, you know? So it is amazing.
Well, somebody eventually gonna walk up to you like, this is you, ain't it?
I've had people, and let me tell you.
No, so, as you're saying, what the fuck you looking at? They're gonna be like, that's you. Right?
And it's so crazy because anybody that knows me knows, like, she's dying. Anybody that knows me knows when I walk out the house, if I don't want to be bothered, you liable to catch me with a ponytail, a big t-shirt, no bra sometimes, pants, socks, mismatched shoes. I just be chilling. And that's one thing that my fans do like about me. I mean, we was in Orlando, Florida, and I had a girl recognize me in Subway. And I mean, I had just took my wig off in the car. Like, you got, when I say gel braids, I had gel braid with a little new growth. With a little glue right there from the top. And she's like, I know you. I said, y'all know me. You don't know me. You know,
what you want to just pause and go put the wig back on?
Girl, y'all like, shit. Do I got no time to go out to the car, throw this motherfucking wig on? But I did it. And she's like, can you please take a picture with me? I was like, what is my name? She's like, you Bella. I was like, girl, you Bella. I'm like, trying to throw it off. It was just the cutest thing in the world to me. And I didn't overdo it. I didn't overthink it, you know. And I was just like, you know, it's crazy because I don't put myself on a pedestal. I don't look at myself like a celebrity. I'm a normal person. And I try to tell my fans that all the time. Like, I love you guys so much. I'm just like you. You know, I'm going to cuss your ass out. You piss me off. You know, if you need me, I'm there. But I fuck up. Players fuck up too. You know, and I'm grateful and thankful for all of them. I mean, all the bullshit, because they be saying bullshit when they get mad because I don't be responding. You think you know, motherfucker, you think I'm better. That's why you put it, but you ain't going nowhere because you've been a fan for a long motherfucking time. Just wait. I'm going to post some shit or I'm going to reply. It's all love, though.
That's what's up. So, you going on tour soon?
Yes, I'll be on tour. It's actually called the Blackout Tour. We start in about 9 days, February the 14th up until March the 14th.
I haven't actually been to one of your shows, but I've seen clips on Instagram.
Them shits is crazy.
You got a bear on stage.
I do.
Going crazy. You got and like, yo, when I say she's like one of these performers, she's not just like standing on stage posing like Nicki. Like, she's actually got heels on, but she's still jumping up and down, running all across the stage. Right. The bear is going crazy. I was just like, yo, her show looks crazy.
Right.
And that was just last year, so I don't even know what you got planned.
It's so much more new stuff that's going on. I still have my bear. That's my baby. And I love my bear so freaking much. And it's just crazy because my bear, I always tell him, I'm like, look, nigga, this is what we doing. When you get on stage, do the complete opposite. And he gets on there and it's the complete opposite. And it's just like we throwing shirts, we throwing drinks, we throwing book bags, we just throwing shit into the crowd, and everybody is so turned up and so lost in the moment that it's the whole Bella Blaq experience is so much more deeper, you know, than a show. And with me not being afraid to get dirty, I don't give a fuck if I fall. I'm not gonna be the first person to fall. I haven't fallen before.
Beyonce fell.
You know, but I ain't fell yet. You know what I'm saying? So don't wish that on me. But you know, just being around and I don't wear small heels. Anybody that's my heels be like this big on that stage. You know what I mean? So just being around and being able to be happy, and I pull my fans on stage all the time, and it's just that love and energy that I get from them. That's something I've never felt before. You know, just seeing something that you created and someone being so freaking appreciative. Like, I've had fans to cry just from me looking at them, and it's like, girl, I really didn't even see you, but I got you, you know, because I probably was so zoned out, you know what I mean? And it just means so much to me as a person. Like, people care about what I write, and anybody that knows me, all my fans know my music is dope. The production is dope as fuck. But a lot of the stuff that I'm saying, I'm actually going through, so they feel it twice as hard as they would any other record. You know, they can actually feel it. They've lived it. They're going through it, and they know that it's real. And that's what makes my fans so dope. You know, they're not embarrassed to tell me like, girl, look, I'm going through this. You have to nigga out. But you said this. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that just makes it so much more better. And just, I do this for them. I had a young lady on my live the other day, and she inboxed me, and I was in the middle of a session, and my road manager probably seen it, and she was like, can you please go live for me? And I was like, I'm in the middle of a fucking session. But she just needed to see me. You know, she was going through something, and she just needed to see me. I don't know what it was, but she was like, I really just need to see you. And so I went live, and I did that for her. You know, she asked me to do it, and I did it for her. And that just made, she's like, thank you so much for going live for me. I was like, I do this for you, girl. You know, even if it's one fan, you don't know. You could stop people from doing so much. You know, suicide is real. You know what I'm saying? Depression is real. You know, poverty is real. You know, and people don't understand that you have to have somebody to motivate you and tell you that it's going to be okay. And music is so powerful, especially church music. I ain't been church in a long time. You put that music on.
I mean, it don't matter how you feel. You gonna feel it.
What? You gonna feel the spirit. Yeah. And Bella Blaq is a spirit. You know, I come through it. I come through. And I'm just thankful for everything that God is doing and that He's about to do, and that it's just I can't even tell y'all. Like, it's amazing. I've seen it. I've seen where it's going. I can't even imagine. I couldn't even imagine.
Music is definitely like the universal language. Like, I feel like no matter what, like, you can meet, and not saying that it should go like this, but I'm just saying, like, you can run into like a straight up redneck KKK member, Donald Trump supporter,
in love with you,
and then like just mention like, man, Michael Jackson, Billie Jean, and he probably be like, yeah, that was a great song. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I thought you were racist.
Exactly. You know, right. But I'm just saying, like, music, no matter what, music always transcends everything. You know, whether any type of ism, racism,
absolutely,
like everything. So I can understand how music would make fans feel like that.
Absolutely.
And, you know what I'm saying? And I couldn't imagine, because I've never had that feeling of like being on stage. And like, so how does that feel? Like, because you're in control of like everything. It's like ultimate control, right?
Listen.
You're feeling like Thanos in the Avengers.
Man, it's amazing. And you know what? I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm saying a lot of artists don't got it. A lot of artists get on the stage and they're just on the stage. And there's nothing behind it. It's just you
Nicki
jumping
Minaj.
around like you freaking retarded.
Nicki Minaj.
You know, or trying to be sexy, and it's way more than that.
Exactly.
It's way more than coming on stage in a two-piece, or coming on stage in a
and
onesie,
just posing,
or licking your tongue out, or shaking your ass. It's way more than that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not afraid to touch my fans. I've cried on the stage with fans. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not afraid of that. And anybody that's seen any of my shows know I go stupid for my fans. I go dumb for my fans. I will fight.
Do you feel empty after you get off stage?
I feel drained. I feel drained, and it's only because I feel my fans pulling my energy. I feel them needing different things from me. So when I'm getting off of that stage, I can feel a lot of stuff that they felt, because at that present time, I'm artists on their mind, and everything that was on their mind is dumped out for me, because it's my job to fill those voids of whatever it is that they're going through during that particular time. You know, it's deeper than buying a ticket and pulling up at a show. You know, those people work hard for their money. The money could have went towards food, gas, all kinds of other things. So they have my undivided attention from the time I hop on that stage up until the time that I get off. And if I ain't too tired, you might have my attention when I get off. You know, but I don't feel empty, but I do feel drained. You know, I don't feel drained empty, but I can tell that they're pulling on my spirit to help them with whatever it is that they're going through, but I have no problem with that.
That's what's up. So you had a commercial that you shot for the Super Bowl, right? I didn't watch the Super Bowl, so I didn't see it. So,
well, you know what's crazy is I didn't get to see it because Denmark flew in to Atlanta, and I shot the commercial over at 11th Street, and we didn't get to see it at all. I mean, I grilled forward to everything. It was for Denmark, and I didn't catch that when they said it was
Denmark as in the state?
Yes.
I mean the country.
The country,
yeah.
Denmark. And they came over and we shot the commercial. Everything was crazy dope. And I remember sitting down. I was actually taking my ribs off the grill. And this guy wrote me and they was like, hey, we just seen your commercial on Danish TV. I was like, fuck yeah. I was like going crazy. And I was just like, damn, I wish I would have been able to see it. So I'm waiting on the network to send me footage from them being over. But there's millions and billions of people watching you at one time. And it wasn't anything crazy or fake or fraudulent. It was all about me and me recording and my music and what music meant to me in the music industry in Atlanta. And who was one of my favorite artists, which everybody knows is Biggie. You know what I'm saying? Which is like my top. That's my dog. Like, I feel like I'm him. So it was just crazy. It was amazing, and I'm so thankful and grateful to have that. Like, a lot of people can't. They could have had anybody come from Atlanta. I'm not even from here. Nobody even knows where I live. They don't know anything about me, and they got me to represent Atlanta for a female artist. That was so big. I mean, you got City Girls that's here. You got Dej Loaf, you got so many. Cardi B. No, she's not from here, but you know she daps in and out sometimes. You have a lot of female artists that dap in and out. You know, you got a Big Titty Sydney, whatever her name is, Sakana the Goat. It's all kinds of Miss Mulatto. It's all different type of artists that they could have gotten to do this, and they chose me. And that, you know, there's nobody but God. Like, this is just, and that was January at the time.
So you filmed that last January?
No, this January.
Oh, okay.
That just passed. We filmed it the end of January, right before the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. So that's short timing.
Oh,
did it take you a long time to do it?
Like what, 45 minutes, maybe 35, 45
Oh, that was
minutes.
it?
That's it.
Oh, okay.
But they called me like an hour before and was like, come to the studio. Be here.
So you was just running around the house.
You know what? And I almost didn't go because the devil was really busy that day. And I just heard God say, you got to learn to get up and fight. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times it's like, I'd rather not. I'd be like, you know, not today. But I had to get up and do it because I could have missed out on a big, beautiful opportunity. So that's my word to my fans. You know, be encouraged. Don't be discouraged. You know what I'm saying? You got to do it. Even if it don't make sense and you tired or if the enemy is busy, you still got to get up and you got to do it regardless. So
that's super facts. We are usually our biggest, you know, enemy.
Oh, yeah. We always in the way.
We get in our own way.
Yeah. Making up stuff that ain't shit, that ain't there, all kinds of shit. You be like, but bitch, your bill ain't do the too much from now. What you talking about?
Yeah.
You know, so we just got to learn to look, and that's something I had to learn to do. Take your problems, and she be killing me. Take your problems and don't focus on the problem, focus on the solution. You know, but I come from a negative home.
I think a lot of us did.
So, yeah, as black parents, and I hate to say this, we worry so freaking much. And you will try to protect your children from that, but you will end up installing it in them, and it hurts them so much because they be afraid. And that's kind of what I went through. You know what I'm saying? Being afraid to move and afraid to face my fears and stuff like that. And I just had to tell myself, like, it got to happen. Like, it doesn't work how you think it's going to work. And that's what helped me to develop into the woman that I am today. Not learning to not be afraid and learning to not fail and learning to not be defeated and overlooking the don't do this and the you can't and turning them into you can'ts. And it's hard when it's you and you got three little people. I call them little broke friends. They little broke friends. Three little broke roommates that's looking up to you like, I'm hungry and I want to do this and I need school clothes. And it's just like, nigga, I'm hungry. I need my nails done. And I need my hair done. But you can't do nothing about that. So give me a minute. Take your ass to school. And we'll talk about it. You know, so it's just crazy. It's crazy.
I wanted to ask you about your process. And I know I wanted to ask because I see so many different things. So, like, when I was working at Patchwork, I know R. Kelly, he doesn't record inside of the studio, in the booth. He records in the control room. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Chris Brown, he records in the control room now. Are you like more old school? Like you like to go in the booth?
I like to record in the booth. However, I don't like to write in the studio. I write at home. My writing process is really different. I'm a night writer. Okay.
Do you have to have the beat before you start writing?
No.
Okay.
But it works better unless you got a dope ass producer that can really project what you're trying to. Put out what you're projecting. You know what I mean? But other than that, no. It all depends. Like, I write at night. I have to write alone. I can't write with zero. Not a child, not a auntie, boyfriend, sister. Nobody can be with me. You know, I need my time, just me and the universe. And I'll sit down and I'll listen. And sometimes I read things that my fans are going through. Because a lot of times they tell me their story and I might try to incorporate that with what I'm going through or incorporate that with what I'm writing about. And then after that, it's like, okay, cool. I can do this. Okay, this sounds good. And then I'll probably find a beat and I'll try to make it make sense with that beat. And then I'll go into the studio. And even when I'm recording, I don't like people in there. I feel like it's pointless. I don't need an entourage. Put me in the booth, get some pictures of me in the booth, and get your ass out. And let me and this man do, or me and this woman, whoever's the engineer, let us do our job. I don't see fit for all that in the whole club.
That I just want to point that out because when she came here for the first interview, she came solo dolo, and it threw me and my wife off because I was just like, yo, every artist always wants to come through with like an entourage, like a whole bunch of people that don't actually do anything. Like you came straight solo dolo. And like, you didn't know me for nothing. Right. We had just had a small conversation on Instagram. And you came solo, and I was just like, man, like, you be on it.
Believe it or not, a lot of club promoters, they don't like it. I don't give a fuck. But it's funny because they be like, oh, how many girls you got with me? I be like, none. Nigga, it's me. I'm the only girl. I'm the only talent. These bitches can't rap. They just pretty. Is you paying them or you paying me? Who bringing the motherfucking crowd? You know what I mean? And it's just like now that I have a team of women, I have a team of 6. They all are in their respectful places. They know their place. They do what they're supposed to do. And even then, I still don't move with them a lot. You know what I mean? It's for different things. You know what I'm saying? But anybody that has known me knows I've always moved alone. Even performing, I remember my mother would be like, why the fuck you try? I didn't give a fuck. I was on a tour 2 years ago, and I went that whole tour by myself except for like 3 shows. And one of my friends, good friends, she came with me like the last 3 shows. But I mean, I was in New York. I was everywhere, all over the world by myself. No manager, no nothing. It was just me and God. So
does that get kind of lonely though?
Hell no. I like my peace. I enjoy my peace. Okay. I enjoy my peace. I keep my money. I don't gotta pay for nobody food, nobody drinks. I don't gotta hear your problems. I can just be chill, and I don't gotta worry about nobody not knowing their place. You feel me? You're not the star. I'm the star, and it's not to be selfish, but you have to remind people sometimes. Like, look, bitch, that's not what you here for. You here for me. Sell these motherfucking shirts, get these numbers, and take your happy ass on home. And it just works better for me. It worked better for me, let's put it like that, at that present time. But now with me being so busy, with me being back in school and running a business and then running another business online and being a parent with kids who are in sports, you're fucking around, I need a team. And so I was like, you know what? Pipe down, little Scorpio. Let's let these people do their jobs.
It's like, I've been doing a lot.
Yeah, I be tired. So I just try to let God bless me with a group of women, and I have them around. And everybody does what they're supposed to do, and I feel like it's going to work out beautifully. And if it don't, they can be replaced, and they know that. But I love them to death.
How you feel about the 21 Savage thing?
It's fucked up. And I feel like they hated on him when they seen that he was elevating into a higher person, into his higher self, into that next frequency. And I feel like, that man has been over here for years. He's been collecting money. He's been in trouble. He's had wants. He's had felonies. He's done all kinds of shit. Like, why in the fuck would you wait until he's beginning to elevate into something higher to be like, no, nigga, this not what you signed up for. You know what I'm saying? And it's just messed up, and I'm praying for 21. He got my support 100%. I met him at the same studio that we recorded the commercial for Denmark at, which is 11th Street Studios, and he was very cool, very chill, didn't talk too much, real quiet nigga, and just to his business, you know what I mean? So he has my support fully. And it's not about a Black Lives Matter. It's not about that. So I'm pro-Black, don't get me wrong, but it's not about that. I don't care if it happened to Ariana Grande. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's messed up. He's been over here for years. He applied for his papers here. It's not their problem that they move slow. I feel like it was all a part of the plan.
It moves slow intentionally. It's like, they want people to wait. I feel like they did the same thing to Meek when he popped that Willie. And Absolutely. They locked him up because it was like he was changing his content and he was changing his direction.
They don't want you to do that, yo. These people do not want to see you win. And when I say these people, a lot of people be like, it's blacks and whites. It's not. It's the haves and the have-nots. It's not a black thing. The black thing is for a distraction.
Yeah.
We've been black forever.
Yeah.
Get over it. It's the haves and the have-nots. It's not about race at this point.
Yeah, because I'm not sure if you're familiar with Kamala Harris, the black lady that's running for president. But when she was a prosecutor, anytime anything came across her table, she was in favor of the 3 strikes rule. You know what I'm saying? She was asking for everybody to get like 25 to life, even if it was black people. And it's
Absolutely.
just like,
that's why I said it's the haves and the have-nots.
Exactly.
It's not about race, and people don't.
I'm not saying she didn't do any good things. I'm just saying.
I'm saying it, and I'm also saying that you got you got black people that forget they fucking black, and that try to sit up there and hold on to their power, and they do.
Like Bill Cosby kind of did.
Come on, that's what I'm saying. And they bow down to the whites, and they forget, like, bro.
And when they get in trouble, who they come asking for help to? Then you want us
to, black, man, fuck you. Fuck you. Like I said, 21 got my support 100%, but it's bigger than the Black Lives Matter. It's way bigger than that. It's way bigger than that. I tell people all the time, it's the haves and the have-nots. Even with this little play government shutdown shit, it's gonna make a lot of people be humble. Well,
yeah, because they were if it would have actually went to February 1st, they said like food stamps would have got cut by 70%. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many people would that affected? That actually, contrary to popular belief, that would have actually hurt Trump's base more than it would have hurt black people. Because see, people always associate black people with food stamps and public assistance, but the majority of people that's on it are poor whites.
And that's shown. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't give a fuck who don't like it. I moved here from Destin, Florida. I remember going to apply for food stamps and I couldn't get them. I promise you, my children, I wish they was here, they'll tell you, no lie. I was the only black person in there. Once, the second time I went, I seen 2 other black people, and I was in Destin, Florida for 2 whole years. 2. And it be the bougie bitches with the little coach, what's it called, coach purses and shit, little Dooney and Burke. You know what I mean? And it's just like, don't let these people fool y'all now. Even a lot of these celebrities get it. Because, see, people don't understand. You don't have to not make no money. You got to make a lot of money and have a lot of deductibles with your money. So you don't got to be rich or poor to get food stamps, bitch. Long as you fall in that bracket, you straight. You're good. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's just like, again, it's the haves and the have-nots. It's not a black and a white thing. And I want my people to understand that, because they install that in us for us to create hate. And with hate is a lot of power. So now we want to kill motherfuckers. We want to shoot. We want to fight. We want to bother. We want to bully. They're trying to set us up for the kill. We can't do that. Know your shit. It's a lot of black people around here that's way worse than these white people are. It's a bunch of white people out here that's bad too. But it's the blacks that's not used to shit. And they get around these white people and they act like they ain't never had, and they forget, and they treat you like you beneath them.
Ben Carson?
Don't make me slap the hell out of you, sir, please. Because I will sleep peacefully on that bed every night to make sure that my people know it's not that. You see what I'm saying? But we have to wake up and we have to understand that, publicity stunts are real. You know what I mean? And it's not just for celebrities. You got to think about Trump, the government, all that shit is all a distraction. It's all a distraction. But I'm not really religious. I'm more so spiritual. But if you take it back to the Bible, it tells you if you want to keep somebody from knowing who they are, put it in a book we don't like to read. We got to open our eyes. And I'm not just saying read a book. You got to read who you are as a person. You got to open up your third eye. You got to look at your brother. You got to look at your sister. You got to understand your husband. You got to understand your wife. You got to understand your girlfriend. You got to understand your favorite artists and your mentors and people. You have to understand these people so you can know when I fuck up. Bitch, I'm still human. You know what I'm saying? I'm still human.
Yeah.
Even with 21, back to him. That's fucked up. Oh, he had felonies. So, bitch, Trump too. He kicked bitches in the pussy.
And not just that. I mean, he got a whole bunch of women accusing him of sexual assault, and he won the office just fine, no problems. I don't see no documentary about him.
No problem. He paid bitches.
Yeah.
Trump paid motherfuckers.
Yeah, his lawyer's telling it all now.
Come on now, but how is that okay?
It's not okay.
How is that okay?
But they making it seem like it's not, like you ain't supposed to believe any of those, women or anything like that. I believe it 100%.
And we have to not be afraid to speak our truth. Because I'm going to tell you the truth, we all got to leave one day. See what I'm saying? I'm a firm believer in whatever's meant to happen is going to happen. And speak your truth, because I'd rather save thousands, because I don't know who's going to have to take care of my kids. I don't know when I'm sick who's going to have to save my life, or if something happens to me, who's going to have to make sure that I'm okay, or make sure that my kids are okay, or my mother or my grandmother. Learn your shit. They don't teach you everything in school.
Absolutely don't.
Black history, that shit they teach us in school is like
it's
10%, if that.
Yeah, it's like
know
bubble
what I'm saying?
gum.
You
It's
gotta-
like cookie cutter.
That's it.
They prop up
They step
MLK.
on it like it's
They
bad
prop up
coke.
Malcolm X. They hated them.
Come on now.
They couldn't stand Martin Luther King when he was, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing.
But, you know, it's crazy. And I just pray for our people. And I try to tell my kids and really our youth, you know what I'm saying? Like, grown people, we grown. We ain't got no excuse. Feel me? You got to cater to these kids and let them know, like, stand behind what you know. You know what I'm saying? And don't be afraid to speak your truth. And if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Don't let a motherfucker tell you that you're being disrespectful because of how you feel. It's like with 21, that man spoke on how he felt. The video had a beautiful meaning behind it.
Yeah.
One of his biggest records to me. The melody, but it meant so much.
And just seeing like people showing like themselves in like a better situation, you know what I'm saying? And like, so you saw them when they was down, and then you get to see them when they up, and then everybody in the whole family is together having a good time. Everybody's doing good, and it's just like it was just that picture, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, it was just such a beautiful
and it's
picture.
relatable. It's not the bullshit with the twerking and all that, because everybody can't dance, you know. And it was just like that video meant, it meant so much. Like, just watching it, it was just like, you know what? He's growing. They're not gonna like that.
How did you feel, or how do you feel about the whole Tekashi 69 situation? Because I mean, a lot of people are trying to say that they should cut him off because he's turning state. You know, he's snitching on all his people. I mean, but I've been hearing there's people who's been doing some shicey stuff to him.
You bite me, I bite back. Feel me? And that's it. You know what I'm saying? The man has to do what he gotta do. I'm not telling nobody to go and snitch. You feel me? But they fucked him bad. Fuck him bad.
Like, I can't believe his homeboys recorded him like saying some of the stuff they did.
But they weren't his homeboys.
Yeah, I mean,
Friends
obviously, yeah.
You know what I mean? So 6ix9ine, bro.
But people, the bad part is that people were telling him that. Like, Fat Joe told him when he came up this show, he didn't want to listen. Yeah, Fat Joe was like, yo, you can't have this many people around.
He was too busy trying to be a blicky nigga. Blicky, all that dumb shit. He was too busy trying to be a blood. You feel me? Like, and that shit don't matter. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know your knowledge. You have to learn to listen. Especially if you been. Now, I'm not gonna lie. That's why I try to tell people you can't tell people everything. If you've been through it, I'm really gonna listen to you. Like, you know what, nigga, you OG. You might know what you're talking about. And I feel like he should have listened, but everything happens for a reason. You know, I'm praying for the kids.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna learn from this 100%. So after this,
did you see the picture they did him dirty on Instagram? Did you see the picture they put? He's like 70 years old. It was bad.
That's crazy. Look, Billy, I got some rapid fire questions for you, right?
All right.
So it's this or that, basically. So I'm gonna say two things. One of them is three, and I just want you to pick one or the other, basically.
Okay.
So you ready?
I'm ready.
Lil' Kim or Lauryn Hill?
Lauryn Hill.
Tupac or Biggie?
Biggie.
Rap or R&B?
Rap.
Rihanna or Beyonce?
Beyonce.
Hold on, why you laugh like it was like okay? You laugh like it was amazing to think anything otherwise. That's
I
all I'm
love
saying.
Beyonce. That's all that I'm saying.
Power or Empire?
Empire.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or Martin?
Martin.
Cardi or Nicki?
Cardi. Period.
Drake, Kendrick or Cole?
Kendrick. Cole second. But I fuck with Drake. But Kendrick and Cole is
you got to make sure you throw that in
Gotta
there.
throw it out there because I love them.
Recording or performing?
Performing.
Happiness or money?
Happiness.
Living single or girlfriends?
Girlfriend.
See what I have on it. Good sex or a check?
Can you put an equal sign? shit, I'm good sex. I ain't gonna lie. Fuck it.
All right. you okay? You okay?
I'm straight. I'm straight.
All right, Bella. I really appreciate you coming through.
Thank you.
It's been real. It was fun. I'm so glad you came through. The audio is officially there this time.
Period. Thank God for Jesus.
Tell everybody where they can find you at.
Y'all can find me everywhere at The Bella Blaq. That's TheBella BLAQ, not CK. And if you want to order any of my merchandise, you can go to my website at bellablaq.com. Bring your cheer into my store. Bella's Unicorn Palace. I got y'all. I'm gonna give y'all 10% off. Not a lot. Just taxes and 3%. Because I still got bills I got to pay. That's it.
Damn straight. Y'all got to make sure she got to get all them taxes covered because the IRS do not play.
Yeah, BMI just sent tax. I'm like, y'all late. But cool, I got, you got like 2 years to file your shit. I'm going to do that next year.
Yeah, man. Y'all know where to find us at, man. You can find the podcast on everywhere podcasts can be found: iTunes, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Libsyn, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Google Music Play. Everywhere podcasts can be found. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you probably watch this on YouTube, you should already be subscribed. Go over, subscribe to Bella Blaq's YouTube channel. What's the YouTube channel?
It's Bella Blaq.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Y'all definitely make sure y'all go subscribe to her YouTube, on her Instagram. I'm telling you, it's crazy. She's always posting. She's always everywhere. She might be sitting next to you somewhere, and you ain't noticed because she's in South Dakota tomorrow. Right. I mean, you don't know. So y'all go ahead, check out Bella Blaq's music. New EP coming, Artist Seduction, February 14th. Tour coming, the Blackout Tour. And a whole bunch of other stuff coming. Maybe appearance in some TV shows that she don't want to talk about. All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.